Hello, everybody, and welcome back to JoBro Radio, your favorite nerd and pop culture podcast live on all your favorite podcast platforms. I am your humble host, Gage Pons, and as always, joined by my fellow co host, Neo Rosano. Say hello to the audience, buddy.
Hello, audience. Hope you're all doing fine today
I
and every day.
I am happy to actually finally have the gall to record again. After missing a week, I felt very ashamed of doing it, but I didn't want to force anything, and I wanted it to be fluid. But today will be a good day. It'll be a good episode, probably the best episode ever made of anything ever to exist, except for anything involving Henry Cavill. I don't think we can beat that. Anyway, how are you feeling, bud?
I'm feeling good. I'm glad to be back in the swing of things.
Oh, that's good. Here, your little spew doesn't deserve music. I'm just kidding.
My little spew.
Yeah. Anyway, audience, if you're new here, we talk about nerd stuff. We talk about pop culture stuff. Anything that interests us, as well as things that we hate. We have absolutely no format, but we're good at what we do. There's no math to it, but it works.
I think our format is now that we have no format.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Our format is no format whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
We like to talk about, we like to have a little jiggy topics. Sometimes we'll do a fun little game. We go to Reddit every now and then. Not so much anymore because of one past episode. If you want to go check that out, go dig for it. Go through all the episodes until you find it.
Uh,
Yeah, don't tell them what it is. Make them listen to all of them
no.
before they. Yes. Well, I mean, I don't want them to, but they'll know why.
Yeah. That
But
episode.
before we get into the topics, the meat, the juice of what we talk about usually, we like to start off with a little bit of small talk. And hot damn, today I got some. But as per JoBro tradition here at JoBro Industries, uh, the co-host goes first. So what do you got, buddy? You gave me a little bit of a hint. I wanna know more.
Well, first and foremost, I got a cat.
You got a cat again?
Yeah. Yeah, we got another cat.
Dude, why do you keep dumping on responsibility? Why do you just have this kink for taking care of things?
No, I
You
mean,
have a
she
dog, now
needed.
you have a dog, then you getting the cat, you're making a kid. Like
Making. I already made the kid. It's just her turn to finish making it.
it's What's the cat's name? You didn't show me this cat. Why did I only just hear about this?
Because I was saving it for the episode.
Okay, fair enough. What's the cat's name? Is it
Yeah.
a boy or girl?
Her name is Sky. She's a Russian blue and she's super fluffy.
Hmm. Super fluffy
Yeah.
Kiki? Both of your
Really
animals
fluffy Kiki.
both of your animals are gonna love me. Freya already loves me. What's her name?
Yeah.
Did I
Yeah, Freya?
the cat.
Oh, Sky.
Sky. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just kind of glassed it when you said it the first time. So Sky and
Yeah.
Freya. Yep. Yeah, that's good. I'm excited. I can't wait to meet them
Mm-hmm.
both. And
She
your
she
kid.
doesn't act like a cat at all.
No?
Like
What is she like needy?
she loves being around people and just all up in your personal space.
So yeah, she's not the standard cat. Is what you're
Like I'll be laying in bed and she'll just like hop on my like chest and just like make biscuits on my chest.
Yeah, she's not. Well, she was she a stray beforehand?
She yeah, she was a stray, and then
That
someone on Facebook found her, and then we found her from them.
I tried to open that soda can quietly. I don't know if it worked.
Uh, you know, I find when you try to do things that are loud, slow, and quiet, it just makes them even louder
It
and
makes
more
it
obnoxious.
worse. It makes it
Yeah,
a lot worse.
like trying to like rip Velcro off quietly and slowly is just like
Yeah, it's just prolonged. Like it I don't
yeah,
know. It's such a human reaction. It's like if I do it slowly, it won't be loud. No, you're just making the loud noise longer.
exactly.
I don't know. I don't know why it works out that way, but in the human mind. Is that all you
Hmm.
got? You said something
Okay.
about a restaurant too.
Yeah. Okay. So I went to a restaurant today, right? Yesterday at the when this episode goes, it's called K-Pot. It's a Korean barbecue place, right? It's one of those places where they bring you the raw meat and you cook it yourself at the table.
I don't want to do that.
Yes, you do.
No, I don't. You want to? Okay, look. I'm going to let you finish, but I'm going to tell you what I immediately think, okay? I don't want to go to a restaurant to cook for myself. The point
Okay,
of me going to a restaurant is to have someone else make me the food. I don't want to
30
cook myself.
30 bucks, right?
Mm-hmm.
All you can eat. All the meat you can ever want in your entire life.
What kind of meat they got?
Everything.
Everything they got, like
Everything
like
from beef to octopus.
cut steaks, strips or
Yeah.
something like that, and chicken
Mm-hmm.
and pork,
Mm-hmm.
all of it, just everything.
Octopus.
Sausage, smoked sausage,
Octopus.
everything. I'm not eating octopus. Quit bringing that up. It won't happen. So
Yeah, they
just
got
just just everything, right?
everything. Yeah.
Everything that I eat is there.
Yeah. And it's a $30 flat rate, and you get endless, all you can eat.
Okay, is this near where you live?
Yes.
Did you only just hear about this place recently?
Yes.
Okay, we're going next time I visit.
Oh, but I don't want to cook my own food.
Yeah, but I that was before I knew that it was a giant meat buffet,
Yep.
and I know how to cook the meat. And besides that much, I will say this about meat, and specifically steaks. There's no chance that someone else will screw it up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, in
There,
that
there is a
regard,
thing though. There
I
is one thing. They'll charge you like a little fee if you like waste food. So like if you like order like everything, and you have like a couple plates of like uncooked food, they'll charge you like a little fee for wasting their food.
okay. Well, I mean that's fair. That's completely fair.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't happen with me usually.
No.
Everything I cook will be eaten. Because I ain't gonna have no fucking raw food that just lays around. I'm sorry for the curse word. Yeah, that does sound really interesting. I didn't think that. I mean, well, you kind of live in a very diverse area, so naturally there would be a lot of like, there's a lot of stuff there that that I did not realize was there or you until after I left. But yeah, that does sound interesting. Maybe I would give that a shot. It's a little hard to say, but I like the bowl place the most so far. You're dead quiet, dude. I think you muted yourself. No, you're still quiet here. I'll like play music so that way it's not completely awkward. Nope. I don't know what you did.
There we
Oh,
go.
there we are.
Voice mod decided that I didn't want to work anymore.
Voice mod's just like, I quit. They don't
Yeah.
pay me enough.
Yeah. It was really good though. I had a lot of pork and a lot of beef and some chicken and some shrimp.
Oh, dude, I would eat so much. They got crab?
No, they didn't have crab.
Weird. Lobster?
No, cause it's like a thing you can just cook on a grill, not really boil.
You could cook steak on, or you could cook crab on a grill. Maybe. Imitation crab. Never mind. Screw it. No, that's insulting. Is that all you got, bud?
I think so. Yeah, that's all that's been going on recently.
Okay. Ooh, I got some small talk. So I went to a Clutch concert. In case it isn't obvious, I've been flashing their merch already without saying a single word. Clutch, please sponsor the podcast. So it would make me the happiest boy alive. Uh, but I went to this Clutch concert. Neo, I don't know if you saw the videos, but I sent you a couple.
I saw him.
They played your favorite song live.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, there's more I have to say about what they played. But basically, this is the first Clutch concert I went to for since like 2017. Last time I went to when I was 16. And the venue
That's a long
wasn't.
time.
Yeah, the venue wasn't. I mean, it was fun, but it was terrifying being a small, skinny kid in a giant room full of a bunch of men that looked like they just got out of prison.
You
But
still are a small, skinny kid.
yeah, but I'm not as small. I'm still skinny, but I'm not as small. I'm tall. I'm taller now. But basically, so we it was in Chesterfield, Missouri. We drove all the way there, obviously. Checked into our hotel, and we went to a place that we found out was in the area called Arch Nemesis Brewery.
Mm.
Which is like it's not what I thought. I thought it would be like a metal like place. It's not even close. But it is very comic book nerdy. Arch Nemesis.
Ooh.
You know. the theme.
I actually, I forgot to say this. When I was at the restaurant, I tried hot sake for the first time.
Hmm? How was it?
It tasted like a mixture between like rum and vodka, but a slight hint of flat beer.
Hmm. I don't know. I've never had even regular sake, so I wouldn't really know. But they had they had they had some pretty damn good beer there. They had a 9% stout. I only tried it. I did not order a glass of it because I did not want to like it too much and then end up getting drunk for the concert. But we went there. It was at a place called the Factory, huge venue, or a huge concert hall, right? And well, the opening bands, one of them was good, the other one was not. It was not very good at all. But this place was so huge, and so you walk in, right, through depending on which side you look to your left or your right, and there is a bar like in the middle. You
Hmm.
know, you go past the doors into the main, I don't know, coliseum, if you will. Uh, where all the seats are and the stages, and there is a bar on one side, a bar on the other. There's an upstairs area. There's a bar up there, and there's also like an upstairs lobby, because 2 floors, and there's also a bar in the centerpiece up there as well. There's a lot of bars in this one building.
Oh,
And the only water they sold was Liquid Death, the canned stuff, which is upsetting because they had full right to charge $9 per water.
ooh,
Water, just water.
agua.
It was a little upsetting.
You
But
could
then
just go
they,
in the bathroom and drink water from the faucet at that point.
yeah, but so I had like 3 beers at Arch Nemesis, and then I had like 2 more beers at the concert hall. We ate Chick-fil-A in the line.
Oh,
Uh, and then I bought a water because it was a lot of beer. Little tummy needed something more nourishing, I suppose.
what's
Um,
more nourishing than beer?
Good point. And then I went through the merch line. I got me and dad both a hat, I got a shirt, and then I got that thing hanging on my wall, which scared the hell out of me when I woke up this morning. Because I don't know if you can see the eyes on this thing,
Hmm.
the big red eyes on this dude. Yeah, but it was just light enough in my room where that's all I could see when I woke up, and it freaked me out for a minute.
Sleep
Um,
paralysis demon.
yeah, I genuinely thought it was like my sleep paralysis demon, like clutched onto the wall, looking at me, whispering sweet nothings into my ear. But yeah, that ended quickly. But the concert was absolutely amazing, and they played a lot of old songs. They played like Dragonfly. I don't know if I showed you that one.
No,
Green Buckets. They played Electric
didn't think I heard that
Worry. They played
one.
a
Ooh,
Shogun named Marcus, dude.
really?
Old school clutch songs. I mean, they played some new ones too, but yeah. And then they played A Quick Death in Texas, which was absolutely phenomenal. They played Big News 1 and 2 as well.
Nice.
Like, they played a lot of their old songs, things that I never thought I would end up hearing live. Absolutely fantastic concert. There was a dude. I'm going to share this story, and luckily I don't remember the guy's name, so I can't give it away. But we went upstairs. My dad wanted to smoke in between, like, opening bands or something. Or to just outright ignore one of the opening bands that was on because, we hated it. And and this is upstairs, okay, mind you. And we went out on there, and so there was this girl, and I guess it was like her boyfriend or husband. It was a guy in a wheelchair. And he was like one of the coolest dudes I've met, so far at a Clutch concert. And I didn't do this, but everything in me, in my head, was like, "How did you get up here?" Beca- because
Probably
I
an elevator, you idiot.
I did not see a ramp anywhere, and I sure as hell did not see an elevator anywhere. I'm like, how did you get up here? I I wanted to ask him so bad, but I didn't because I didn't know if he would find it offensive or anything. I was just
He just stands up and said, "What'd you say?"
yeah, but I didn't see him for a little while when I got up there. So me and dad were talking, and eventually he like saw me, young guy at a Clutch concert, and he kind of just like wheels over and starts talking to me, and I was just like, what? I was just like, I'm sorry. There's a little bit of a math problem equation there. But no, he was a cool guy, and I imagine there probably was an elevator. I was just too stupid to see it. But it was like for a little while, I was just like, "What? What did someone carry you?"
Yes.
And his chair, obviously. Yeah, but he showed me a picture of this old school clutch record he had that was signed.
Mm.
Really cool, really cool. Yeah, that was probably one of the best trips I've taken in a very long time, and I needed it. And now I'm more hell bent on one day dragging your ass to a clutch concert. We
You
need to
don't gotta
go to one.
drag me. You don't gotta drag me.
Yeah, if I can, but if I can ever make if we can ever make it happen, though, is the problem.
Yeah.
You know, if you can get the time off, or if you're out of the military, I'm like, we need to go to one because I know you would love it. And
Other than it being super loud.
there were two dudes that were also kind of like near me and dead the whole time. These two guys reminded me of us,
Oh yeah.
hardcore, because they were out. Look, I'm gonna curse, but I'm not apologizing for this one. But they were fucking morons, and they were morons in all the best ways, just like us.
Do you have an example?
Well, one of them was like they were just like during a couple of the songs when they were like kind of making fun of them. One of them was like doing this stupid little like hip swirl and whatnot, dancing to it, and then immediately stops, and he just goes, "Shut the fuck up!" Talking about the opening band that was playing because he hated it. He hated this, you know. And but they had a hot keyboardist, and after one of their songs, he shouted that. He's like, "You have a hot keyboardist." You know, they were
And the
just
other
like,
one?
they were just being a, like, not like only amongst themselves. They were being just like a outright public disturbance. I'm like, yeah, that's pretty much every time me and Neo have ever set foot in public space.
Yeah.
We draw eyes based off of some dumb like nonsense we say or whatnot.
Six Flags.
Yeah, Six Flags. What happened at Six Flags again? I don't even remember.
So many people were just like staring at us the entire time off of like what we were doing.
Oh yeah, because I can't remember exactly anything that we were doing, but yeah, we do that a lot. We kind of just forget that people like exist
Yeah.
around us. People aren't real, except us, of
Yeah.
course, and your wife
You're laughing
occasionally.
at me.
You're laughing at me. It's that. Oh yeah, I did do that a few times, and I think I started yelling when I did it. It's the day of
Yeah.
my daughter's wedding, and you're laughing at me. Yeah, but anyway, that was really fun. And I'm going to keep the clutch merch on screen until they eventually decide to sponsor us. Hopefully that'll work.
Why would you
Uh,
take it down when they sponsor us?
oh, I won't take it down even when they sponsor us. But
You
I'm
said you're
just
gonna keep it on screen until they sponsor
yes.
us.
But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this up, and then when they start sponsoring us, I'm gonna put more up.
Okay.
Yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. But anyway, wow, that was a good almost 20 minutes of small talk. uh, I do have a topic. And it's kind of one
That's crazy.
it's kind of one that we thought about doing. I wanted to talk about comic books as a general thing, right?
Okay.
The thing that made this come to mind was A, chatbot, because I was trying to ask it for ideas, and B, I watched a movie recently that have comic books that is based off of comic books, and I wanted to talk a little bit about that. But you probably don't know as much about it, so
No, you're not.
we can just talk about comics in general, and I'll bring this up into head view as well.
Oh, I forgot to say, I watched Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 the other night.
Don't talk about it. I haven't seen it yet.
No, but I gotta tell you this.
They
Nathan
dropped their
Fillion's
food.
in it.
Oh, I know Nathan Fillion's in it. I saw a teaser
Okay.
for it. Yeah, that made me want to watch it more. But I also heard that Marvel dropped their first F bomb in that movie that wasn't a Deadpool
Mm-hmm.
movie. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I need to see it.
Yep.
Um, Unfortunately, I did get spoiled. I know the clip that it came from.
Open
I
the fucking door.
I saw the clip. Uh, so that part spoiled for me, but it was still funny.
It was.
Anyway, so today's topic is comic books, and the movie I was watching was so this was like a bit of a train. Okay, um,
Hmm.
I'm a it's not one of the things that I'm like super like a huge fan of, even though it's grown a little bit recently. But decided out of nowhere the other day that I wanted to watch the new Hellboy movie. Not like it was made in 2019, the newer one, you know,
Hmm.
of Hellboy because I watched the original Ron Perlman one, both of them way back when. I love the first one, didn't like the second one. Now I like the second one. But I wanted to watch the new one, you know. And I gotta say, for the most part, just as a quick small movie review, most of it is it's okay. It's good. You know, most of it's good. Except for a couple of parts that just like ruined the whole movie for me. Like I got to like a couple of bits and I'm just like, I'm not feeling it anymore. They kind of dogged it. But then that's like, you know what? Now I really want to watch the original Hellboy movies because Ron Perlman's amazing at Hellboy. And I did, and I loved it. Because those movies are amazing to me. Uh, but anyway, Hellboy is a comic series originally. Hellboy comics, right? That's what the movies are based off of. And I don't own any of them, but I now would like to. But for people who don't know about Hellboy, basically, I'm gonna try to. You're about to get another really stupid summary from me, probably. Basically,
Okay.
what happened is that one sex pot freak, like scammer Rasputin, you know, the Russian guy, was like, "Hey, I like the Nazis. I'm gonna summon demons, you know, to like create the new world order where I can bang." Is I don't know, whatever. So he tried to do that, and then like I guess in the comics, this one dude named the Lobster, who's like a Nazi hunter, is like, "No way, nefarious." So he like killed a bunch of Nazis and like foiled their plans and broke the portal. Rasputin got sucked into it or something in the original movie, and then they found out later on, whenever the professor and whatnot came to visit, that there was a tiny little red monkey, which was actually just a half demon, half man thing. It was a baby that was known as Hellboy, so he took him and raised him to kill monsters of the Lovecraftian variety. Yeah.
You know, I think we really should have a segment on this show where you just give movie
just
summaries.
if I just where I just summarize movies and shit. I
I,
just
I I still love the Frozen review.
the the Frozen one's probably the best thing, and all of that was completely offhand.
Well,
That's
yeah, they always are offhand, aren't they?
yes. I don't write those down. I can't come up with that stuff by thinking about it. It has to just happen, you know?
Hmm.
But anyway, um so I was looking into it and the thing that really got me is it turns out in one of the newer Hellboy movies or the newer one, there is a bit where Hellboy is brought to this parent's house, right? Parents are like, our baby's acting weird, you know, one moment it's okay, and then it's like cursing and like saying these awful things. So Hellboy's like examining the baby, you know, and whatnot, and he's, you know, like baby talking it, you know, who's a cute little baby, you know, he's like, you know what babies love? Pulls a horseshoe out of its pocket and he goes, iron. And then this baby just starts bawling, you know, and as it gets closer, the baby gets angry and it just starts cursing and screaming at him. And then it turns into this weird thing that it originally is. That happened in the movie exactly how it happened in the comic book.
Nice.
That is one thing that I'll hand to the movie. I'm like that bit perfect. It's absolutely amazing. And they also got Hellboy's behavior right. They got the combat in that movie right and all that. There's a lot they got right, but there's a philosophy that they got wrong, and that's where it really like hurts the movie. Um, so anyway, I was digging into the Hellboy comics and whatnot, and I'm like, you know what? There's some other cool comics out in the world, you know, like Spider-Man, Daredevil, Punisher, you know, take a pick. Um, so I just kind of wanted to talk about comic books, things that we love, or like things that we've seen, you know, or things that we don't like, you know, as per usual JoBro industry standard. So, do you got anything, bud?
Um, I don't really know, man, because I have read like maybe two comic books in my entire life.
Do you remember them?
No.
No. Well, you're the one. You. Well, look. I. Okay, so now I don't understand. You're the one who wanted to do like at least a somewhat kind of comic book, I like topic, and now you just
Well,
have
like
nothing.
what I wanted to do was I wanted to go into the comics and look around and find like dick moves, so to say, that like characters have done to each other. So like Thanos cursing Deadpool with immortality so he can never be with death. That kind of thing, you know?
I actually saw one of those. I think it's a little oversimplified to call it a dick move because it's kind of awful. But yeah, I saw one of those earlier today. It's in a Spider-Man comic. Uh it's really dark though. It's like a basically a Spider-Man comic where the whole world's infected with a virus. People are basically turning into zombies and their like limbs are falling off and stuff, you know. So Spider-Man like tries to web them together. I don't know how that does anything. I think it's like they're normal people. It's just that their bodies are falling apart, you know. So he's like just webbing them back together. But eventually, you know, the only people that are unaffected by it are Spider Man and Mr. Fantastic, you know? So he's like, you know, Mr. Fantastic mixes a little bit of himself with Spider Man's web fluid so they last longer. And then Spider Man went out to try and find Gwen. Turns out she was a rotting corpse. He like hadn't seen her for years. And then he goes mad, drugs Mr. Fantastic, mixes all of him with his web fluid, and then keeps him alive to feel the pain. Yeah, it's a little weird, a little dark. I don't really like dark Spider-Man comics. It hurts me because I like Spider-Man. Um, and yeah, then there's the Deadpool thing with death, making him immortal so he can never be with her. I'm not really familiar with like specific like dick moves because I mean there's some things that I could bring up, but they're not like it's a little disrespectful to water them down to just like that was a dick move. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know if I have anything specific other than that. Uh, maybe. Hmm. I wanted to, well, you know what? There's a comic where Hulk ripped Wolverine in half and then threw his legs on top of a mountain. Does that count?
Yeah, I see that counts.
Yeah, that happened. And then Wolverine had to climb up the mountain with no legs to put him back on. That was pretty funny. Let's see. Is there anything else here about Hellboy comics that from ghosts and demons to vampires and Lovecraftian monsters? Yeah, so there's some good Lovecraft pull behind Hellboy, which is another thing that gave me a huge draw to it. Operates in the same universe. Wait a minute. What is this? Agents at the Mirror Lobster. A pulp inspired hero who operates in the same universe. Oh, Lobster Johnson. Okay, so that's like a different thing. I think that's the lobster guy I told you about. And then a fish man named Abe Sapien. Those are his allies.
I can't find like an article or anything that has like anything to do with what I'm trying to find.
Series has been adapted into video games, action figures, and other merchandise. The only video game I know Hellboy is in like a Mortal Kombat or Injustice game. Is he in a? It also says there's a Hellboy animated show. Yeah, there's a couple. Hellboy: Sword of Storms and Hellboy Blood of Iron. These were all made like
Yeah.
I was 5 and 6. Anyway. Oh, there's also a Dead Space movie that isn't that great. I remember that.
There's a Dead Space.
Yeah, there's a Dead Space movie. Well, sort of. Let me. Did I watch this one? There's one that I saw. I can't remember if this. I think there was like two.
It's free on Prime Video. I'll have to watch that.
Yeah, there's a Dead. Well, because I think I remember watching it and it's interesting, but some of the like it's old and it wasn't
Yeah.
high budget. You could tell by there's like it's like the animation changes a couple of times, and some of the animation is just outright bad. But it's like they changed the so it's like first it's like actually computer generated, and then the other part looks like anime almost.
Okay.
Where it's yeah. But it was interesting. You learned some valuable things from it. At least about
Oh.
the universe. Yeah.
Oh.
What's up?
God. Fortnite added an Isaac Clarke skin.
Yeah, of course they did. Why wouldn't they? Losers. They. I will still not find anything more offensive than adding a Kratos skin into that game. That is by
Dude,
far.
Kratos hitting to Gwitty.
That is by far the most offensive thing to me is that they put Kratos in Fortnite. And I think the reason they do that is they add those skins into games for people who can't afford to play them. It's like you have an Xbox. Oh, but you can use the Kratos skin in Fortnite. So now you don't have to feel bad about not having a PlayStation and being able to play God of War.
Right.
Even though it's stupid. But anyway. Let's see. Did you find anything as far as comic books go, my man?
No, I can't find what I'm looking for at all.
Well, what did you
I have no
search?
idea why. I searched like just comic book dick moves, and a lot of them are not what I was expecting at all, and I don't think that they are safe for work topics.
Oh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Why didn't you look into this sooner?
Because you didn't tell me what the topic was going to be.
Not this. I mean for you when you were thinking about doing that.
Oh, because I was going to look it up before either I did the episode or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right, because we don't prepare anything. Forgot about that. Anyway. Well, let's see what we got here. Let's look at here. Best comic moments. Best comic moments. This is not at all what I meant.
Oh.
Uh, it basically pulled up like some of the best like rated comics. I don't even know what some of these are. Oh, there's a Black Widow comic. No, I'm not reading that one. Hulk becomes the god of thunder.
Oh.
That happened? That doesn't sound very interesting, to be completely honest. Thor and Hulk have fought countless times in the past, so you could say every story involving these two characters has been done. That is until you pick up Hulk versus Thor, Banner of War. See what they did there. This event was a story straight out of Dragon Ball with Thor and Hulk just bashing each other all over the Marvel universe. But it is the moment. Uh, it is this moment with Hulk with Odin's help turning into the God of Thunder that you just can't help but mark out for. That's okay. Add in the fact that Hulk becoming God of Thunder was necessary because Thor himself absorbed so much gamma radiation that Hulk's strength was added to the current All Father's God powers. This turned into a battle of two Marvel Titans to fight between two Marvel gods. All of that is delivered beautifully by Martin Cuccolo, however you say that name. He designs for Hulk as God of Thunder and Thor in his own Hulk form just pop off the page. Hmm. Oh, I see. So Thor absorbed so much gamma radiation he turned into a Hulk per se.
Mm,
And then I guess Hulk was granted the powers of Thor.
dope.
See, I don't know. That's just kind of weird. I don't see a point in doing that kind of stuff because Hulk didn't need that. It's also like really overplayed, combining characters like that. But I don't know. Maybe it's neat. Let's see. Batman Urban Legend 16. Batman Family Dinner. Hmm. Oh, that doesn't really look like a. Doesn't really look very interesting, but Charles Xavier put in his place. Now that's interesting. It was only a matter of time before all the secrets Charles Xavier, Eric Lencher, and Maria McTaggart were keeping from the rest of whatever that word is. I can't remember. Krakoa would come out. They've been doing way too many things from the shadows for it to not blow up in their face when anyone discovered their secrets. And boy, did the revelation of their secrets turn into a spectacular pie to the face of the three characters once the Quiet Council learned the truth. Charles Xavier being the one confronted by Emma Frost and the Quiet Council after is I think they mistyped that after his first resurrection made this even more intense. He has constantly presented himself as the king of Karoka, even though the country is promoted as a democracy with how the Quiet Council operate. Emma even saying this with how the Cerebro helmet represents Charles Xavier's crown, as she calls out how knowing his secrets makes the Quiet Council now just as bad as him. A chef's kiss way for yeah whatever. I don't understand. The problem with reading some of these is I don't know what any of the context is behind them. But I guess basically Charles Xavier was a little bit of a schemer in that. He didn't sound like a good guy in that one. Godzilla versus Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. That sounds really cheesy. But apparently the Power Rangers fought Godzilla. I hope they lost. Mighty Morphin number 22. Pink Rangers of the Multiverse Assemble. So if you could imagine that, it's a comic about Power Rangers where the pink one, there's the pink one, but there's hundreds of them. I don't think that it could work. Isn't the whole point to have all different colors of Power Ranger joined together?
I think so. I'm not sure though.
I don't know anything about Power Rangers really. Never really cared for them. Clark tells Lois his secret identity. Yeah, that was a pretty epic comic book moment, I suppose. I wasn't alive for that, so I wouldn't know. Excuse me. Oh god, these are like old things that they're going through. The Avengers find Captain America in Avengers number 4. Yeah, this is like back when Iron Man it wasn't like a technological suit. It was still like a metal suit that like looked weird.
Yeah.
Batman kicks Superman's ass in The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah, I didn't like those comics. What are these? Some people are. Oh, there's like comments for this. How is Death of Superman not on this list? Yeah, some were close and some were way off. Nice try though. Better luck next time. See, this is one thing about comic book fans. They always are so up their own ass about these things. The best moment in comics is from the best comics in history really makes me want to go back and what? I don't even know what that was supposed to imply. No more mutants. Where's no more mutants? Uh, I loved every aspect of this list except the number one. What did they put as number one? Where is it? Wait, I missed it. Hang on. They did it the wrong way. Oh, they're talking about the Batman versus Superman one. KO, Batman wins. By the way, another great list. Yep, that was a good list. I didn't even read the list, so I need to like move past some that was. Um, no, this is a big nothing burger. None of this is that interesting. Nightfall and Death of Superman. I don't even know what that is. I'm not very familiar with DC Comics in all reality. I the comics I know most about are things that are like Judge Dredd, Hellboy, now sort of. The Shadow is a really old one.
Yeah.
Uh, like things that aren't Marvel or DC. Like those are the comics that I'm best familiar with. And well, and I mean these are Marvel, but like Spider-Man and Spawn, those were two of the main uh ones that I Spider-Man, Spawn, and Daredevil. Those were the comics that I looked at the most as far as Marvel went. Yeah, I'm not really finding any like dick moments really. It's like they didn't
Really.
you would need to have like someone who's like deep into comics just like specifically make that list for you because it doesn't look like people just do that. Um let's see. Well, I don't know. I guess this topic's a little bit unfair. I never really have gone out and bought comics because that was kind of I mean, I never lived that much near a comic book shop, and even then, the time of doing that was kind of, I guess you could say, like slightly over because comics over the past few years, or a good long while, have not been good because they keep shoving stupid politics of all varieties into it. So people, comics aren't that great anymore. But I like learning about old comics. I like knowing what's in the OGs. So that way I can know where things come from. And so I can understand characters better and whatnot. But no, comics I'm a little ashamed to admit that comics is not something that I'm like really that well versed in. Uh ooh, excuse me. Oh, there's something from a Star Wars comic there. And I know a bit about Darth Vader comics.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all I got. Did you find anything worth mentioning?
No, not anything.
Get to
How I
work.
can't find anything. I
My
can't. I'm looking. I can't find anything.
my back hurts from carrying the conversation for so long.
It's your episode, so carry as long as you want.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to be the only one talking. You're a co-host for a reason, you silly goose. What'd you eat for dinner? What did you eat for dinner? Nothing?
I told you.
You told me? What did you just do on camera?
What?
You know what? Don't you do that again. We made an agreement.
I told you what I ate for dinner.
What do you mean?
I was
Oh,
at the
wait, the
restaurant.
restaurant. That was yeah, you're right. That was today.
I ate so much food it covered me for like the next 6 weeks.
Geez, why did my brain slip and think you did that yesterday? It doesn't matter.
Mm,
Did you take any home with you?
you can't.
What? Really?
No.
Like I knew there was a
The
thing about wasting
buffets
food.
don't let you
Like,
take food home.
I mean, I guess that's fair, but Watch them stop me from shoving it into my pocket.
Or your pants.
Yeah, they can't stop me. I got places I can tuck that stuff. They won't be able to. They can't keep me from taking food home. I'll be like Napoleon Dynamite, but I'll just have strips of meat in my pocket. I have a big pocket full of like shredded chicken. Anyway, let's see. You know, I genuinely thought that these kind of lists would be bigger.
Existing.
Yeah, or just like outright exist. A lot of these comic book lists, like, they're not that interesting. Nothing really stands out that much. What are these? What did this try to point out to me? Disable my ad blocker? No, I'm not doing that. Sorry. There's like the see. This is like the best moments of like comic history in a way. The release of Action Comics #1, timely publications, and the birth of Marvel. The publication of Seduction of the Innocent, which sounds a little creepy. The appearance of Black Panther and Falcon. The death of Gwen Stacy. The appearance of North Star. Crisis on Infinite Earths. Dark Knight Returns ushers in a new age. Dark Knight Returns. They talking about like the old one? Yeah, Frank Miller's. The death of Superman. Marvel's financial difficulties. I didn't think they ever had those. Marvel and DC's amalgam universe. Amalgam universe, I think. Yeah. Flashpoint, the New 52, and that's all they got listed here. Yeah, just like these are like what they consider the greatest comic book moments. These 12 moments, whether they happened within the comic universe or in the real world, are real in quotes, as if some of the stuff that is in the comics is also real. Are ones that forever altered the future of comics. Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I can't really deny that. Marvel really like was the game, like it pretty much was the birth of it in a slight way. Even though there were comics that existed outside of Marvel that were popular, they weren't Marvel though. What are some comic books badass moments here? That is in quotes.
Mm.
Uh,
Yeah, I mean, all the ones that I saw were like, oh, this person did this or this person did this. I'm not gonna say what they did because like
is it
they
dirty?
probably it's not politically correct.
It's not politically correct.
Yeah, that there was a comic where apparently Green Lantern was racist and Superman made out with Supergirl.
Okay, well, one of those involves political correctness. The other one technically doesn't. But
Yeah,
yeah, that's a little weird. Unless it's like a comic where Supergirl is not his cousin, which would make no sense
it's
because
not.
that's like a oh, okay, cool. Creepy then. Sick
Yeah.
bastard. I don't know why people do that. Ooh, hang on, here's some. What is this? One of these was interesting. Continue without disabling. Leave me alone. Bullseye kills Elektra. Ooh, that's interesting. How would that ever happen? After several weeks, let's see. Yeah, well, apparently there's a comic where Bullseye killed Elektra in like a Daredevil comic. Easily the most iconic and shocking moment from Frank Miller's character defining run as writer artist on Daredevil. Oh, Frank Miller was involved with that? Hmm. The death of Elektra Nachios at the hands of the demented Bullseye has figured heavily into Daredevil mythology ever since. Elektra was first introduced by Miller a handful of issues earlier as a former lover of Matt Murdock's before becoming an assassin for the Kingpin. The character was an immediate hit with fans who couldn't get enough of this femme fatal. Hmm. The fact that Bullseye kills her with her very own weapon, a sai, I think is what it's called, only further adds to the moment's shock and awe for readers, who were apparently outraged after the story was published. Elektra has since been resurrected and has been a major character for Marvel fans ever since. Uh, that's very interesting. I didn't know that that would have happened. I wouldn't even imagine that Bullseye could pull that off entirely, knowing Elektra and everything that I do know about her. But neat. Very neat. Let's see, what else do they got here? Uh so speaks Galactus. I don't like anything involving Galactus. I don't know if I want to read that. Jean Grey's suicide.
Oh,
That's not really a surprise that that happens either. Introducing the new Steve Rogers. What is this, like the thing after he dies or something? Oh no, it's like when he like actually becomes like the super soldier. Okay. Oh geez, they made his muscles look so weird in that. He looks like a fat guy, honestly. Donald Blake becomes Thor. Hmm. Yeah, apparently Donald Blake was like a real dude in like comics, and then I guess he in this one he like found it. Spider-Man raises the rubble. Uh, a defining part of Spider-Man's personality has been his unbreakable spirit and dedication. I think they put this in like No Way Home.
oh
It's like a
yeah.
yeah. There's like this bit of comic that I'm looking at. I think it comes it like it's in No Way Home. I think this is where it comes from. Maybe some of these are kind of like just really really vague. Tony Stark becomes Iron Man. Yeah, that's when he built the suit. Here's Wolverine from the Incredible Hulk. Is this a Hulk versus Wolverine one? Yeah, I think it is. Makes a grand entrance attacking the Hulk. The first of many instances where the two squared off over the past 40 years. It wouldn't be until Wolverine joined the second generation of the X Men that the character would become the superstar he is today. But in terms of his first appearance, there may be no more important comics than Bronze Age, from the Bronze Age than Incredible Hulk. The death of Gwen Stacy. I think we've seen enough of that.
Yeah, for sure.
Bruce Banner gamma bombed when he turned into the Hulk. Captain America on ice. The all new X Men. I don't even know what that's implying. These are just the same X Men. Spider Man discovers Uncle Ben's killer. Oh, that's weird. That's like back when they gave him like little eye holes on the Spider Man eyes.
Yeah.
Like that's old Spider Man. That's really old. Ooh, jeez. Hands in a circle for the Fantastic Four. Oh, that's it. Really? How many was actually on this list? 75. I did not read 75 of these. There's no way. And no, I read 15 of them. Why did it say 75? Is there like
It's
a
a really good question.
is there like a tab down bit that I missed? Am I stupid? No, I did not. Yeah, that's it. Leave me alone. Get out of here, stupid ads. Okay, well, I don't know if I have much more else to add. Not without doing extra digging. Have you
I
still
don't know how
found
much more
something?
digging. No.
I've stalled quite a bit. You don't even have anything interesting off topic, off the cuff.
I mean, I would, but it's kind of spoilers for like Guardians of the Galaxy, so
Oh, well, I mean, I don't. I'm gonna watch it either way. I guess. Really, just concerned about the. Okay, you know what? Whatever. This is an official spoiler warning for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. If you don't want to listen to it, go skip like a couple minutes ahead or something.
yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Um, where to start? Like it was so one thing that I found the most interesting about it is something that I've been waiting for a long time for Marvel to finally do, and I'm really happy they did it because they finally gave us Adam Warlock.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
they teased that in like Volume 2, and
No, they teased that way before Volume 2, I thought.
no, Adam Warlock. No, they teased that in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
I thought it was a
No,
lot longer before.
no, that was when they first
Yeah.
did it, I believe.
But they made Adam Warlock really eh, not good.
Really not good.
Yeah.
Define not good. Like a bad guy or just like bad?
Well, yeah, he is a bad guy.
Is he? Oh, I don't
In
know.
perspective, yeah.
I don't know anything about Adam Warlock, so
And the thing was he was unfinished. He wasn't in his like chamber long enough, so he was like stupid.
oh. Huh. Yeah, that one I do really want to watch that and I want to. Is Nathan Fillion funny in it?
Oh yeah,
Okay, good. I mean, I figured he would be.
he he plays the perfect role in the show.
Okay. Interesting. Well, yeah, I definitely want to see it. I don't know when I will, but I want to. Probably just wait till I add it to Disney Plus so I can watch it. But whew, anywho, let's see what else we got here. Guardians of the Galaxy comics are things that I've always wanted to kind of look into, sort of. I have always wanted to play the Guardians of the Galaxy game, though.
There's a game?
Yeah, there's a Guardians of the Galaxy video game, dog. Have you not? What?
Dang,
Have you not heard about that?
no.
Yeah, no, there's a Guardians of the Galaxy game. Like, I was looking forward to it for a long time, and I've just never gotten it. I can't believe you've never heard of that. Yeah, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. It's a game.
Is it like an RTS kind of thing?
No, no, it's I guess I mean I haven't played it. What do these tags say? Single player story rich action adventure. So you could assume probably maybe it's got a little bit of RPG element, maybe. I don't I don't know. I haven't messed with it a whole lot.
Hmm.
But looks neat. It looks like they added in some different stuff. It looks like there's a Drax skin from like the movies that you can get. I don't know if you can do it with all of them, but there's a picture here I'm looking at of Drax, and he actually has like the style that he has in the game that he does in the movie, which I like. I like that how they made Drax look in the.
Oh yeah, I see that.
I like how they made Drax look in the movies. But
Yeah,
honestly,
Rocket has like a little pimp suit on.
yep. Let's see. They did not use Peter Quill's likeness though, which isn't really a bad thing. But I still kind of like how they did him in this.
Apparently, Jedi Survivor is now playable.
Is it? Here, let's see.
So I've heard.
Did that fix the reviews? Let's see. So you've heard. Well, reviews are still mixed. 59% of players have given this a positive review. Here, when was this posted? Does it say? Have not been able to launch the game since EA's outage on May 4th. The fact that a single player game needs an internet connection to begin with is idiotic. Oh, yeah, apparently you need an internet connection to play this game.
Really?
Yeah, which is really, really stupid.
Interesting.
Can't even begin how to describe how stupid that is. This was posted May 6th. What is today, the 14th? Here's a negative one from
Yeah.
today. Once they make it so it can run at least 30 FPS consistently, I imagine it'll be fun. But until then, it's basically unplayable. It would also be nice to not need it to be online since it's a effing single player game. I agree with that last part, for sure. How about another one that was posted? Okay. The game and story are good so far, but do not buy this game right now. This game should never have been released in the state that it is. After several patches now, it is still just a major crash fest on high-end gaming setup. You said that wrong, buddy. If you are going to get it, do not enable ray tracing as it makes the desert planet completely unplayable with how often and frequent it causes crashes. Even with it disabled, game still crashes repeatedly, just going into a cinematic on a different planet. However, never played a fully released game, or no, honestly, never played a fully released game in a worse state before. Yeah, so this is like bad from what I've heard. Although there's apparently it's like some people have absolutely no issues, but all the people that do, it's like the extremist end of them, just about.
Yeah.
Like that is a real shame, and it's because probably some of these stupid fans, were rushing them. Which I mean, I imagine it was probably like the higher ups at a corporate that were, you know, rushing them as well. But I know that it would not surprise me based off of everything I know about Star Wars fans and how immature and stupid they generally are. No offense, Neo. They
Untaken.
probably cried and were just like, "Give us the Star Wars game. We want the Star Wars game." You know, just enough times that they just decided to be like, "Okay, here, shut up, please." And then they got this, so now they're crying even more. Which, I mean, now they have a. I mean, they're crying about the right thing, but I think it's kind of their fault too. I don't know. It's
Darkest
hard.
Dungeon 2 is out now.
Yes, it is. And Darkest Dungeon 2 has been a paradigm to me. Or
A
a
paradigm.
conundrum. It's been a conundrum. So, look, believe it
Why?
or not, well, it's just personally, all right? It has mostly positive reviews, which is a good sign. But the thing is people who played, it's like there's people in here, okay? People who played the first Darkest Dungeon and were, avid players of the first Darkest Dungeon. There are some who love it and some who hate it. Uh, of the original Dark. Same people that have played the old one. Some of them love it. Some of them hate the new one. So it's like, and I played the original one, so I'm like, I don't know which of those I'd be, if I'd love it or if I'd hate it. It's basically just so polarized, which I guess is kind of a good sign. You either love it or you don't like it at all. There's
Fair
some
enough.
people, there's some people who are like, really like harsh about it though. But generally, most of the negative reviews are kind of just like, you know, they don't like. It's really hard to describe what they don't like, to be honest. All the positive reviews, though, are like, this is a good game, but the first thing you need to remember is this is not like the first game. Like, nothing like it, supposedly.
Right.
I'm like,
There's a
well,
lot more to it.
yeah, I'd kind of imagine. I wouldn't want them to do the exact same thing twice. And I mean, from everything I've seen about it, it looks cool. I'll probably play this eventually. It's just, right now I don't know, I just don't want to buy it. Gloomrot is coming out for V Rising soon, so I'm kind of saving my game time for that, really. What's happened with Sea of
Yeah, yeah.
Thieves lately?
Uh, actually, I was curious about that too. Apparently, they like released a new version of it. It's like Sea of Thieves 2023 edition or something.
They added some new gloves.
Wow.
Wait a minute, what is this? Huh. Oh, I see. That's for like a challenge. Uh, yeah, don't worry,
Here,
I'm not
let,
losing your
let
stupid
me
phone.
let me look at Steam charts.
What is this stupid nonsense? Did they put that plaque for the ship name on the mast for a brig? That looks so stupid. I hope that's just like a picture that someone made somehow.
I don't know why Sea of Thieves got a player base back.
Neon.
What was the?
The what the recent patch for the forest. For this patch, we added 2 buildable log sleds.
hang on.
They
Let me
added the
look at this.
logs. They added the log sleds back into Sons of the Forest. This is a glorious day. Hail to the king. A new advanced way to cook, an option for tree regrowth, the ability to strum your guitar, a new cove area with some beached sailboats, a ton of world detail and environmental improvements. They added the log sleds.
Findable cooking pots, a new advanced cooking system.
There's a basic and advanced log sled. Thank God! I'm so glad they added that back in. Whew, we're gonna have to do a new run here soon.
Beach sailboat location added. 79 new ponds and 34 new lakes added to map. You can now play the guitar.
Yeah.
Added Timmy mutated arm to demon battle scene. New wearable clothing item. New Kelvin commands added to reset traps, fill log sleds, and fill drying racks with fish.
Okay. We're gonna have to do another playthrough of that here soon. Then probably
Oh yeah. They've added a good
because
amount of stuff.
I did enjoy that game. We had a jolly good time playing it. I think.
Oh, for sure.
Except this time we should actually try to stream it through and through. Hopefully, if my PC can handle streaming it. I am not really sure, but I'm sure it can. We'll find out eventually. But anyway, buddy, I think we're just about out of time for this episode.
No, don't tell me that.
Oh, I'm sorry, but we are.
Oh. Yeah.
I know. It's. I know. Shh, sweet child. Let me do my thing. I know. Keep your sniffling to yourself. Well, everybody,
Okay.
we're about to close up this episode, but thank you for listening to JoBro Radio, your favorite nerd and pop culture podcast live on all your favorite podcast platforms. You can go ahead and check out our socials, JoBro Radio, on Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, and Facebook. You can also check out our solo stream pages. Oh, wait, no, hang on. You can check out our JoBro stream page. JoBro Gaming _TTV on Twitch. We stream Mondays and Thursdays. But then you can check out our solo stream pages. Frosty Butcher TTV for myself and Just Phoenix 101. Nope. I always forget your Twitch name. You say it.
Just underscore Phoenix 101. Oh no, sorry, I messed it up too. Just underscore Phoenix TTV.
None of us can remember your Twitch name, even you. Yeah, here we'll take a minute. All right, minute's over for me. But you can keep going. Everyone, I really hope that this episode turned out the way that I envisioned it in my head for you guys. But we thank you all very much for sticking around and listening and or watching it either. Go ahead and follow the podcast. If you haven't already, tell all your friends to follow the podcast. And tell them to play it everywhere they go. Download every single episode and listen to them on repeat until the day that they die. You got any concluding notes, buddy?
Water your plants.
Water your plants. Yeah, water your plants. Water. If you own
But don't
plants,
overwater them.
yeah, and don't underwater them. You know, you gotta water them just right. You gotta make them special.
Yeah.
You don't want to underfeed them. You know.
Don't fucking drown your cactuses. Sorry, but like people drown their cacti.
Yeah, pretty much. You only need to water a cactus like once a month, don't you?
I think it's even less than that, actually.
Oh, well, I mean, I wouldn't know. But anyway, thank you all so much for watching and listening. We will see you all in the next one. Peace!
Peace.